Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anisa, and please like, subscribe, comment, share, and don't forget to ring the bell so you get notified of every time I upload. And let's get right into the video. Any links I have will be linked down below in the description. Also my link tree will be linked down below in the description as well. Right now all I'm doing is using this needle bit from Amazon. It comes in a pack of 3, and it comes with this needle bit and 2 other ball bits. You're gonna see me use one of them in a second, and I'll be using that on a speed of 5 RPMs on reverse and forward mode. So I'm going to switch between the 2 modes. Here's how you would put the bit in. So you want to turn the drill all the way off, and then go ahead and slide the bit in, lock it, and turn the drill back on, and then you can switch between the 2 modes right there. And I'm only using this bit on the skin just to get up any of that dead skin. And after I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and remove the shine from my natural nail using a 180 grit sanding band and a mandrel bit. Here you see I switched the modes from reverse to forward, and it's just going to get up even more of that dead skin. I'm using the sanding band on a speed of 5,000 RPMs, and I'm going in forward mode, and I'm not pressing down very hard at all. I'm just removing the shine from my natural nail, as well as there's a little bit of, I think it's gel polish left on some of my nails. I think it's my ring finger and my pinky. So I'm also going to go ahead and take that down just a little bit. It doesn't have to come all the way off, but I just want to make it so it's flat. Now that I'm all done with that, I'm going in and dusting off the nails, making sure there's no dust. And I'm using this Lgn Dehydrator. I'm using the full Lgn system today. And I'm going to attempt to glue on the nail tips with the base coat. It didn't really work for me. I tried for like 15 minutes, but I'm pretty sure it was the shape of this lamp. I tried to like contort it all different like types of way. Like I flipped it, I turned it upside down, I did everything, and it still did not hold on to it. But I do glue the nails on with regular nail glue, and I do show you how to fix it if you do like mess up, like it does not work for you. All you do is you go in and you remove any of the wet gel, and then you file off any of the cured gel. So here I am doing that right now. And after this, I'm going to go ahead and glue the nail tips on with KDS glue. And you guys see it glues in like seconds. I have no issues with regular nail glue usually, but I just wanted to try it out. But I will go ahead and try that again in the future. But on my right hand, I did the hack that I told you guys about in my previous video, and it worked, and it lasted for a really long time. Today is the only day I had issues. One of the nails split in half, and then the other one just straight up popped off. But I got my full wear out of it, I'd say, and it lasts through a lot. And the only hard part is you can't see how much gel you're adding to it sometimes, depending on how much coverage the polish actually has. Right now I'm going in and I'm cutting down the nail tips, and this is just a tip cutter from Amazon, and I'm just making it super short. The reason why I use these tips instead of my super small ones was because I was not thinking, and I was like, oh, I don't want to have to file anything, and I had to file these anyways. So yeah, ignore that I use these tips. But I'll leave the super short ones, I'll link those down below in the description. But all I'm doing is reshaping the sides to make sure it's not on my skin. And so yes, it lasted. The only thing I would recommend is making sure like your color is a little bit more transparent if you can, just so you can see how much gel you're adding. But other than that, it was fine, and it lasted pretty well. And right now I'm going in and removing the shine from the tips as well as blending them in. Remember, only stay on the nail tip, not your actual nail, or it's going to burn you and it's going to like leave a little bit of like a ring of fire in your nail. And you don't want to do that at all. So just be very careful with this stuff. I think it's on like 5,000 RPMs or maybe even a little bit higher. Right now I'm going in with the Lgn Dehydrator again. This time I'm doing it for real to actually dehydrate. And you don't really have to get it on the plastic tip because it really doesn't matter. But I'm doing the full nail and I'm making sure I get everywhere. And now I'm going in with the rubber base coat again for real this time. And actually covering the whole nail, and I'm really scrubbing it in. And I'm not using a lot of it, but if it goes over the tip, that's okay. And after I'm done covering all 5 nails, I'm going to go ahead and cure in the lamp for 60 seconds. I'm going to be using Crystal Clear. And I'm also going to be using the brush. I'm pretty sure it's the number 6 brush. And yes, here it is. It is the number 6 brush. And I really enjoyed this brush. And it's been like months since I last did gel. So it was kind of me getting back into the swing of things. So I was very nervous. So I wanted to do a thin, clear base layer, even though all the notes are going to be clear. If you have some of her hard gels, or even if you want like a color that's pretty close, Simply Pink is almost the exact same color as this pink that's on my right hand that I'm going to be using for this hand. So if I really wanted to, I could have used that color, but I wanted it to be the exact same. So I went ahead and used the one by the Beatles. And again, this is just a clear layer. And after this, after I'm done with this clear layer, I'm going to go ahead and cure it for a full 60 seconds. After the nails are out of the lamp, it's time to apply the nails. So I'm going to be doing a full glitter nail. And this is kind of like on the spot because I did not know what I wanted to do for like, I didn't want to do all of them the exact same. I wanted to spice it up a little bit. And so I decided to go in with this glitter. This is from Bomb Nails. It's from the Let It Snow bundle. And you guys, I ended up spilling this. But like you'll see like a little pile of glitter near the cap on the side, like on the right hand side. I don't know how, but I was literally in the middle of doing the nails and I was like kind of excited. And I was like, oh, it's turning out good. And all of a sudden it just kind of smacked the ground. Well, the table technically, and it was everywhere. But I went ahead and cured it for 60 seconds and dusted off the excess glitter. And I went ahead and added more because I noticed there was a little bit of bald spots after I moved the excess glitter that did not stick to the gel. And this is what's going to kind of help it from, like, when I encapsulate, from picking up, like, that loose glitter. So, yeah, I recommend going ahead and brushing it off. But here I am going back in with a second coat to add more coverage to the glitter nail. And after I get it to my liking, I'm going to go ahead and cure it for 60 seconds again. And then I'm going to go ahead and encapsulate. So, I'm starting off with a slip layer. And then after the slip layer is applied, I'm going to go in and get a much larger bead and float it down. You can see the glitter when I move my hand, but I'm going to get like, first is like a medium bead and bring it down. And then I'm going to go ahead and get a larger bead, but I'm making sure the product is even and it's an actual like nail shape and not like a weird little bubble. And these nails do not have an apex just because of how short they are. They don't really need one because it's so short that it's pretty strong already. And I'm going to add gel where I need it and just kind of get it into the shape that I want to. And after I like it, I'm going to go ahead and cure for a full 60 seconds. So as you can see, there's glitter literally everywhere. And so like there's glitter in the jar, there's glitter on my brush, there's glitter on my nails already. So yes, I also forgot to wipe the nail off the second time before I encapsulated it, which was a mistake. But the glitter being everywhere, because even when I finished the nail and like top coat and everything, there's glitter in the final set, and it looks so good because as you see, I did the other nails matte and the ring finger that has the glitter on it shiny, so it looks so good. The glitter looks really good matte. So now I'm doing the same thing to each of the nails, and I got more confident after that first nail, so I'm going in with like the slip layer and then the big bead, and then manipulating it to the shape that I want and making sure the nail is even everywhere and the tip has the right thickness. And then after I get it the way I want it, I go ahead and cure it for a full 60 seconds. Want to give you guys a little reminder to make sure you have no gel on your skin before you cure it because it will burn. But there's the nails fully cured, and I'm using crystal clear again. That's what I'm going to show you. And this is a Net Like Lucy 80-100 grit file, and as usual I switch between both grits depending on what needs to get done. And I really like the shape of the nails. The nails are very smooth, but there's some areas I wanted to thin down just a little bit. Like the tip of the nail, the body of the nail was pretty nice, the cuticle was pretty good, but it's just the top of the nail was a little bit wonky, so I want to go ahead and fix that. And I'm also tightening up the shape, and I will go ahead and straighten the free edge out. So yes, my main area was just the free edge, just taking it down just a little bit, and I will continue to file this just for a little while. Like I keep picking up the hand file because I'm like noticing little things, because my other hand is pretty thin, like my right hand is really thin, so it's pretty good with that. And I wanted to make it pretty even so you couldn't tell that I'm wearing two different like things. So yes, after I'm done shaping with the hand file, I will go in with the e-file. For some reason, these nails were longer than my right hand, and I thought it was going to be fine because it wasn't that much longer. But when I went to type on Monday, it was not good. Like, I had to cut them down like right then and there because it was just a little teeny tiny bit too long for me. So the nails are still cute with them being cut down. It just looks like the nail is being like continued. So yes, it made the set even cuter in my opinion. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that. And this glitter nail, it was a little bit thicker than the rest, but I still didn't file through to any glitter. As you can see that there was glitter even on my hand file. And I did not waste any glitter for the most part. I just went ahead and scraped it back up into the jar. And the jar is still like pretty full. So yeah, I didn't lose that much glitter. And make sure you're not filing on your skin. It's pretty easy to keep hard gel off your skin. You just want to make sure you you clean it before you cure it. So if you do that, it should be fine. It should be very easy for you to shape around the cuticle and all that. So it's like the same with acrylic or any other system you're using like polygel. But right now I'm going in with a 180 grit sanding band, the same one as earlier, and I have the speed up a little bit higher, like on 7, 8, 9 around the area. If you put it too high, the sanding band will just start to burn. You can switch to any other bit, like a ceramic bit or a carbide bit if you need to, but a sanding band was all I needed. And I'm going around the cuticle area as well as removing some of the bulk from the free edge again. And the 80/80 side is pretty coarse, so this is also going to help smooth it out just a little bit and make sure it's not taking up too much, because I noticed even with the acrylic, the 80/80 side can take out like a little bit of like notches in the nail. So I'm going in and smoothing that out as well.
That's good.
You guys, I just kept picking up the hand file and shaping it even more. I thought I was done so many times, but I ended up just making myself put it down and go in with the buffer, because this is a reds buffer and I'm using like a coarser grit, so it is still not taking, well, it's not like really smooth, so it's taking down a little bit extra. But yes, all I'm doing is removing any of the scratches from the nail made by the hand file or the e-file, and this should be it, hopefully. And I'm just checking one more time, and I went ahead and filed again. So I went ahead and went back with the buffer after this, but I didn't show it, and that's what the nails are looking like. And I'm dusting off the nails again because I did so much filing, and I want to make sure there's no dust anywhere, especially when you're doing things like gel nail art or top coating the nail. You don't want any dust anywhere. And I'm going in and using the alcohol. I actually lost my little pump of alcohol. I lost it, like I found it and then I put it on my desk and I lost it again. But I'm using the Beatles color, and I'll leave the link to this Beatles transparent like little nudes kit down below in the description. And I pretty much did the same thing with the clouds, but I added these little like stars to it, and it looks really cute. I don't know what they're called. I think some people call them like lens flares or stars. So you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. And it was my first time actually doing it, and it's actually really easy to do. And some of the cloud portion will get cut out, but in total I did 3 coats of this polish. And I don't know why I have to do 3. On my other hand, I only did 2. And on the press on that I did, showing you guys how to initially do the method, I only did 2. But for some reason, on my left hand, it required 3. So it really depends. You could stop at 2 or 3. But After this, I'm going to go in with the Model 1's white and do the nail art. And I'm curing each layer for 60 seconds because the bottle tells me to. I could get away with 30 seconds, but I'm not going to risk it. So yeah, I'm going to let you guys watch. So for the nail art, I'm using this Model 1's white, like I said, and this is a little cleanup brush, and it comes with a dotting tool on the end. It's from Lgn 32, and I will leave that link down below in the description. And I have acetone next to me, and for this you want to use acetone so you can go ahead and spread it out and make it look like an actual cloud, because you want it to look kind of airy. And you want to use 2 to 3 dots. All you want to make sure is it looks like a cloud. Even if it's a very airy cloud, it's still going to be a cloud. So you want to get a little bit of acetone, tap off your brush so you make sure you don't have too much, because it will spread. And tap it one time and then go ahead and tap it again until you get the shape of your cloud that you like. And you can put your dots really close. You can put them really spread. If you see the one that's at the very bottom of that I'm working on right now, it's super spread out and it looks like a very airy cloud, and it's not in like that traditional cloud shape, but it looks really good. And in the empty spaces, I'm gonna add stars. I'm gonna explain to you how to do that when I get there. So to start off with the star, you want to put a dot right in the middle. This is actually my first time doing it ever. And you want to start in the middle and pull in all 4 directions. And you don't want any excess gel polish on your brush. This is just straight from that little circle I did. And here it is. And the clouds are cured. I cured them for 60 seconds to make sure they're fully cured, because if I need to clean anything up, I'll be going in with the acetone. So if it's not cured, it's gonna wipe away all that hard work, and you do not want to do that. And after you do the first one, if you do not like it, you can go ahead and take it off. But I recommend curing in between like the stars. So like you do a couple stars on like one finger, and you go ahead and cure it like maybe for 30 seconds or however long. Just make sure it's long enough to where if you need to wipe over it with acetone, it will not eat through it. And this brush, I think I already said, is from Lgn 32. It comes in a 3-piece, and I think this is like the medium brush from it, or like the small brush. It doesn't really matter which one you use. You just need to make sure the tip is very fine on it, so you can go ahead and spread it out like that. And you guys, look how good it looks. And once you look at it like in the camera from this angle and in general, it looks like you did something that's really difficult. Like, you know how like they have like the little weird little points to it where it's kind of like connected but separate? It looks like that, even though we only drew lines from it, which is pretty cool. You can add like a teeny tiny bit of white to your brush or whatever color you're using if it's not dragging the way you want it to drag. But remember, you can always wipe it off with acetone. And I do end up messing one up because my hand, well, I think when I was wiping one off, I accidentally smeared that one too. So I went ahead and fixed it. So that's why you make sure you need to cure. And after I'm done with the stars, I'm going to go in and do shiny top coat on the ring finger and then matte on the rest of them and cure that for a full 120 seconds. And they're the Lgn shiny and matte top coats that I'm going to be using. While I'm doing this, I want to let you guys know real quick because I have had these nails on for a little while and they are growing out very well. I have no lifting so far, but I've worn this system before, so I know it works very well even though you don't use a primer. Her matte top coat does not yellow. I know some matte top coats that they look so good, and like once they're cured you can for the full 120 seconds, like everything like that, and they still yellow after a while, but they yellow like gradually, so you kind of don't notice until it's like time to take it off and you look and you see underneath and like you notice that it was super yellowed after the fact, and you're like, whoa, this is yellow the entire time. But I'm looking at the nails right now and they have not yellowed one bit, and I really like that about her matte top coat. So if you're looking for a good matte top coat, go ahead and try hers out. Remember to wipe the excess gel off the sides of the nail, and if it floods your cuticle, go ahead and clean that up before you cure, because once it cures, it's going to be very hard to remove and you're going to have to file it off, and B, it's going to ruin your shape, and C, it's going to ruin your actual look. So there's the shiny and matte top coats, and here's what the nails are looking like after they're cured, and it looks so good matte. As I was saying, there is little glitters in there, and I won't show you what the base gel looks like, but there is little tiny glitters in all the nails because of the little glitter explosion that happened. But these look so good, and here I'm using Get No 32 top coat. I like this top coat and the Bomb Nose top coat. They smell almost the exact same, but this is a thicker formula compared to the Bomb Nails formula. Bomb Nose is just a little bit more runny. So here is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Also, if you get any cuticle oil on the nails, just go ahead and wipe them down with some alcohol and it'll go back to its matte state or glossy state. And I wiped off a little bit too much top coat, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some more back on. And yes, bye for real this time.